Ladies and gentlemen, this year has been absolutely stacked for the Nintendo Switch, and it's actually quite impressive how many amazing games came out this year. To be honest, you barely even have time to catch up. So I thought it would be fun to go over the highest ranked Nintendo Switch games that came out in 2023. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go and get right into it. So in this video, we will go over the top 10 highest ranked Switch games, and that's going by Metacritic. And it's actually impressive. I had to cut some out of this list. There was too many good games that came out this year. Before we get started, make sure you hit a like and subscribe if you could, and follow me on Instagram so we can keep this community growing. But let's go ahead and get right into this video. So what we're going to do is go from like lowest to highest. So the last game in this video will be the highest ranked Switch game that came out this year. Also, my voice is kind of like messed up and I'm starting to get pretty sick, so forgive me for how I sound. The first game in this list is WarioWare Move It, and this has a Metacritic score of 75. In my opinion, 75 isn't great, it's not bad, it's just passable, it's a decent game, and this WarioWare game is more centered around motion controls, and I think it is the better out of the WarioWare games on the Switch. I kind of feel like this game should have been rated a little bit higher, but to be honest, this game isn't for everybody, so if you're a fan of this style of game, you're going to appreciate it, and I think it did the job well. But if you're not a fan of WarioWare games or understand what they are, then it is kind of hard to sell it to, I guess, new players. So yeah, a 75 is fine. I do feel like it should be a little bit higher, maybe like a 78. But yeah, it's not bad. The 9th highest rated Switch game that came out this year is Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. This has a Metacritic score of 79. This is such an amazing remake. Nintendo really killed it this year with remakes, re-releases, remasters. I don't even know what we're calling these games at this point, but this game actually is a sleeper hit. It's a hidden gem, and I have to keep it real, I just became a Kirby fan last year with Kirby and the Forgotten Land, so now, me personally, I'm all in on Kirby games. I don't know, again, I think this game should have been rated higher. I could see this being like an 82 or 83 easily. Anybody who's played this game, you're going to understand of where I'm coming from in saying that, but it's perfect. I love the side-scrolling adventure that's laid out before you here. So yeah, 79, I feel like it's a little low. The next game is Fire Emblem Engage, and this has a Metacritic score of 80. I don't feel like that's too low. I feel like an 82 would have been right on the money, but I'm fine with an 80. In my opinion, this is the best Fire Emblem game of all time. The graphics, the gameplay, I love the story, I love everything about it, honestly. I think they just did it perfectly in this game. Yeah, so a couple scores higher I would have been fine with, but an 80 is fair. The crazy thing, dude, is this game is going on sale all the time for like 30 bucks. So literally half price, which is insane to me for a Switch game that came out this year, but this is probably one of the few RPGs we actually got this year on the Switch. So if this is the RPG we're going with for 2023, I have no problem with that. The next game is Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. This has a Metacritic score of 81. Bayonetta games are already kind of niche, so this is taking it even a step further and making it even more niche. But the game that's here is not bad at all. And I love this art style. I don't even know what you would call it. I almost want to say cel shaded, but it's not. It's almost more like watercolor or something. It's cool. I like getting origin stories from just any character, and Bayonetta is a badass character, so it's cool to see it on this side. I think an 81 is actually pretty fair, so I really don't have any pushback on this one. The next game we're going to talk about is Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, and this has a Metacritic score of 82. This game was actually in limbo like indefinitely. There was no release date. It was for a war going on, like Russia and Ukraine, and Nintendo put it on hold, and then eventually they said, yeah, I don't see that conflict going away anytime soon. We're going to go ahead and release this. And I actually do think it kind of hurt the momentum with this game. Me personally, I did not get to play this one. I have played the OG ones, I think on like Nintendo DS or something. And yeah, they're fun games, so I'm sure this is just a better version of those. But to be honest, I don't have anything else to say about this one. I'm sure 82 is fair. So the next game we're going to talk about is the newest Switch game, and that's Super Mario RPG. And this currently has a Metacritic score of 84. So I have not personally played this game because it's not out yet at the time of this recording. It comes out in like a day or two. From all the reviews I've read and watched, everybody's saying this is a 100% faithful remake, just with better graphics and gameplay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I wish this game would have came out a different time. We're just so overloaded with Mario stuff this year, especially with Super Mario Wonder. But yeah, I'm sure 84 is fair. I kind of feel like that's going to drop down lower as this game is released in the next couple of weeks, but I guess time will tell. The next game we're going to talk about is Pikmin 4, and this has a Metacritic score of 87. This is in fact the greatest Pikmin game of all time. This is the best continuance of a Nintendo series, I think. Going from Pikmin 1 and 2 to then the Pikmin 3 and 3 Deluxe and then to this. To be honest, Pikmin games are still very niche games. I do think this one got a lot more people into the series, and it has Ochi, a little puppy in it, so any Nintendo game that has a puppy in it should immediately be like a 99 in my opinion. I think this game probably did sell better than people were expecting, and I think it's going to continue to do pretty well, especially this holiday season. And it makes me excited for the future of Pikmin. So 87 is probably very, very fair in my opinion. The next game we're going to talk about is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and this currently has a Metacritic score of 92, which is freaking insane. I'm not saying it's undeserved, but it is so crazy how massive this game became and how fast it took over everything. But yeah, I was talking about it on stream and I was like, I don't understand how this game became as big as it did. I mean, it's a 2D Mario game and it's really good, it's innovative, it's really, really cool, but there was one key thing that I just missed. And somebody in chat was like, yeah dude, the Mario movie came out this year. And I was like, holy crap, how did I not take that into account? That really did push Mario into another level. And when you think about it, the two biggest Nintendo IPs, Zelda and Mario, both reinvented their games this year, like the way you play them. So yeah, this is definitely fair. 92, to be honest, this game grew on me as time went. So a game that came out at the beginning of this year is Metroid Prime Remastered, and it currently has a Metacritic score of 94. And that makes it one of the greatest Nintendo Switch games of all time. And this is a remake or remaster of a GameCube game, but honestly, they built this thing from the ground up. It holds remakes and remasters to a huge higher standard now, and if there's any new Nintendo remakes or remasters and they're not in this, I guess, direction where they just rebuild everything, it's gonna hurt them calling them remakes or remasters because they killed this. And the crazy thing is, they only charge $40 for this game. Please let me know anytime Nintendo released a huge first-party game that was released for $40 freaking dollars. I don't know. They did everything perfectly. They did the game right, they did the marketing right, they did the price point right, they just did everything. And this is in fact a must-play Switch game now. And yeah, easily deserves the rating it got. And for those keeping track at home, can you guess the last Switch game we're going to talk about today? Yes, Tears of the Kingdom. And Tears of the Kingdom currently has a Metacritic score of 96. Like I previously mentioned, both Zelda and Mario games this year reinvented how you play those games, and it just continues to impress me what Nintendo has going on in their little noodles of a brain. Like, how do they keep thinking of stuff like this? And it's cool because they aren't scared to take risk. Now we have to keep it real. A lot of times those risks do hurt them, stuff with like the Wii U or just some of these wackier games that happen to fail. But when a company isn't scared to take risk, you can have big rewards like this. The crazy thing is, and I might get pushback for it, you know, Zelda is my favorite series of all time. I've beat all of the games multiple times. I'm replaying Wind Waker right now. I don't know if I want to play Tears of the Kingdom like anytime soon again. It just felt like such a massive, I don't want to say chore, but it was such a massive thing to take on. Like, in comparison, I beat Breath of the Wild 4 times. I think in 1 year I ended up beating it twice. So I was thinking, when's the next time I feel like beating Tears of the Kingdom? I was like, maybe next year? I don't think so. I don't know. That being said, they really did do an amazing job. I wish they would have did more in the Sky Islands instead of like the down below. I kind of feel like the down below area or the underground area was kind of a wasted potential. I don't know. 96, man. It's going to be damn near impossible for Nintendo to top something like this, at least in the foreseeable future. Ladies and gentlemen, those were the 10 highest ranked Switch games that came out in 2023. It puts in retrospect like how many amazing games came out this year, because last year, the year before, it was like, oh man, there's nothing coming out. Nintendo Directs were pointless. What are they going to show, 15 Farm Simulator games? Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Have you played any of these games? Do you think some of them should be ranked higher or lower? I would love to hear from you guys. Sorry I'm not so enthusiastic in this video. Like I said, I'm pretty sick and my throat hurts so freaking bad. You guys are amazing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Peace out.